In this video, we'll cover all you need to know before traveling to Miami, including where are all the major attractions, the best time to visit, where to stay and for how long, public transportation, how much things cost, the best apps to use, the best views of the city, and other practical information. Here are 11 essential tips to know before you visit Miami. Number 11. The map of Miami. Miami lies between the enormous tropical wastelands called the Everglades to the west and Biscayne Bay to the east. For orientation, let's start with downtown Miami, full of impressive modern Manhattan-like skyscrapers, and continue to Miami Beach. The city is situated on natural and artificial barrier islands known for beautiful beaches. South Beach includes the renowned Ocean Drive, home to the Art Deco district, the world's largest concentration of Art Deco architecture. Lincoln Road Mall is a promenade full of stores, restaurants and galleries. And South Point Park Pier is located right at the very tip of South Point Beach. Bayside Marketplace, a large waterfront shopping center filled with popular shops and restaurants, is located close to Bayfront Park and the Freedom Tower. We shouldn't forget about two interesting neighborhoods: Little Havana, the Cuban district with famous Calle Ocho, and Little Haiti, known for its unique international restaurants and thriving art scene. South of Little Haiti, you will find Wynwood Walls, a one-of-a-kind outdoor gallery featuring large, colorful street murals. Coconut Grove, a charming old neighborhood where you'll find the Vizcaya Museum and Gardens, is bounded by the Biscayne Bay. Located in Coral Gables, you will find the iconic Venetian pool. On the other side of a causeway south of downtown Miami lies Key Biscayne, a paradise-like island with amazing beaches and parks. If you continue south, you will find Fairchild Tropical Botanic Garden next to Matheson Hammock Park. Continue further south to Zoo Miami. If you have time, don't forget to visit Florida's southernmost point, Key West. You can arrive to Miami through two major airports: Miami International Airport, located only about 6 miles from downtown Miami, and Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, located about 25 miles from downtown. If you're arriving by train, you have two options. If you're using Amtrak, you will arrive at the Miami station, and if you use Tri-Rail and Brightline, you will arrive at Virgin Miami Central in downtown Miami. To get a better sense of the distance, an 11-mile or 18-kilometer car ride from Miami International Airport to the Art Deco district takes about 20 minutes. It takes about 30 minutes to walk from one side of Ocean Drive to the other. Number 10. Weather and climate. Miami has a tropical monsoon climate. It gets a great amount of sunshine throughout the year, as well as plenty of rain, especially in the hurricane season, from June to November. In fact, did you know that Miami gets more rain than Seattle or New York City? Winters are warm, with temperatures ranging between 63 and 76 degrees Fahrenheit, or 8 and 15 degrees Celsius. Summers are hot and humid. Temperatures range between 77 and 88 degrees Fahrenheit, or 25 and 31 degrees Celsius, and rain showers and thunderstorms are frequent. In the spring and fall, the weather is relatively mild. Temperatures range between 67 and 83 degrees Fahrenheit, or 19 and 28 degrees Celsius in the spring, and between 70 and 86 degrees Fahrenheit, or 21 and 30 degrees Celsius in the fall. Of course, these are all just averages. The weather and temperatures can be different at the time of your visit, so remember to check the weather forecast before you travel. Number 9. Best time to visit. The best time to visit Miami is in the spring, from March to May, when the weather is warm but not as humid and hurricane season has not started yet. Also, the peak season is coming to an end, which means less crowds and lower prices. June to September are the cheapest months to visit Miami. Probably the least convenient time to visit is July, when the weather is hot and humid. Plus, this is the hurricane season. But don't worry, Miami has it all, from year-round sunshine to natural beauty to an exciting food, art and culture scene, so you'll have a wonderful time regardless of the season. And how can you figure out the best days and hours to see the attractions? Just check Google to see how crowded a specific location is at a certain time of day. Of course, we recommend going early during the week and or in the morning. Many travelers stay in Miami for 3 days to see the top attractions and feel the vibe of this vibrant city. If you want a more relaxed schedule and still get the best what Miami has to offer, we recommend staying at least 2 more days. Number 8. Where to stay and prices of accommodation. If this is your first time in Miami, you can stay in downtown. If you're on a budget, you'll find most backpacker-friendly hostels in Miami Beach. For beaches and nightlife, choose South Beach. And for cool restaurants, bars and boutiques, stay in Brickell. If you're traveling with a family, Coconut Grove and Key Biscayne may be the best options for you. A mid-range hotel room in Miami costs between $100 and $250 per night. For budget hotels, the average is $120. Again, these are all the average prices and the ranges for different hotel categories are relatively wide. However, with little research online, you can get better deals, especially if your dates are flexible, you don't travel in high season, or if you visit Miami during the week. You can also book an Airbnb. The average cost per night for 2 people is $130 and $170 for 4 guests. Check out our video on the best steps for booking your stay. Number 7. Transportation from and to the airport. To get to and from Miami International Airport, you can use Metrorail, Metrobus, Miami Beach Bus, 3Rail, shuttle bus or hotel shuttles, taxis, private transfers, Ubers and Lyfts, and car rentals. To get to and from Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, you can use 3Rail, shuttle bus, taxis, private transfers, Ubers and Lyfts, or car rentals. Arriving by train. You can travel to Miami by train from over 200 destinations via Amtrak, 3Rail, and Brightline. For more information, check out our travel guide. Arriving by car. You can use Google Maps for driving directions to Miami. You'll probably also want to know where to park in advance. Apps like Pay by Phone, Park Mobile, Spot Hero, and Parkwiz will help you find and book parking locations in the city. You can book one of the many hotels in Miami that offer parking. However, some hotels in popular areas such as South Beach charge extra for parking, so make sure to always check in advance. Getting around the city. Many top attractions in Miami are spread out, so renting a car can save you a lot of time when getting around. But if you want to save some money on tolls and parking, or if you're staying in just one area, you should take advantage of the city's public transport system. You can use the Metrorail, Metrobus, Metromover, or trolleys. Other options for getting around the city also include taxis and Ubers and Lyfts. We recommend scooters, segways, bikes, even walking to explore the sandy beaches or pedestrian-friendly areas such as South Beach, but not as main means of transportation for getting around Miami. Number 6. General information. Here are some of the things that you should know for a nice and easy experience in Miami. Drinking water. It is completely safe to drink tap water in Miami. We'll cover apps for finding drinking fountains in the city in a minute. In Miami Beach, you can get ice-cold, purified water from Whoosh refill stations for a small fee. Learn more in our travel guide. We've also created a mobile-friendly PDF document covering all the things in this video, plus the top 20 things to do in Miami with maps, links, opening hours, and more. Toilets. There are several public restrooms at or near major attractions, on beaches and in the parks. Alternatively, you can use the toilets at cafes, restaurants, and even at the hotel lobbies. We'll cover apps for finding restrooms later. Free Wi-Fi. There are many free Wi-Fi hotspots in fast food stores, cafes, or hotels throughout Miami. Stay tuned to find out more. Crowds and lines. Miami is one of the world's most visited cities. With the huge crowds, exploring the city can be a challenge. Even if you can't avoid the crowds, you can do some things to make your trip to Miami a more pleasant experience. You can avoid peak seasons. avoid traveling during rush hours. Get up early in the morning to explore the city without the crowds. Use Google Maps or a similar app to check how crowded a specific location is at a certain time of day. Or explore the suburbs once you've visited the must-see attractions at the city center. Safety. Overall, Miami is a safe city, especially for tourists. However, pickpocketing can be an issue around Miami Beach and downtown. You should also watch out for scams like fake petitions and people who try to distract you or offer help in your language. As you should do in all major cities around the world, watch your valuables and use common sense. Number 5. For international travelers. If you're coming from outside the US, you will probably need a special US travel adapter to charge your phone and other devices. This is what a US power plug looks like. If you travel a lot, consider buying a universal travel adapter that you can use in other countries too. Money exchange. To get US dollars, you can withdraw from ATMs located at the banks, but also hotel lobbies, fast food joints, and other places in the city. You might need to pay a convenience fee on top of your bank's charge for using an ATM outside your network. You can also consider using prepaid cards that don't charge fees for ATM withdrawals. You can also exchange your foreign cash for US dollars at a currency exchange office. You'll usually get better rates out in the city rather than at hotels and airports. Internet. You can purchase a prepaid SIM card to access the internet on your phone. Local carriers include T-Mobile, Mint Mobile, Ultra Mobile, and others. See our travel guide for more information. Alternatively, you can consider renting a pocket Wi-Fi or mobile hotspot. For more information, check out our travel guide. Tipping. You should always tip at restaurants, bars, and hotels in the United States, and therefore Miami. The normal rates are between 15 and 20% pre-tax for waitstaff at restaurants and $1 to $2 per drink or 15 to 20% off the bar tab for bartenders. For Uber and Lyft drivers, 10% is a standard. Read more about tipping in our travel guide. Number 4. Best apps to use in Miami. Your phone can be your best buddy in Miami. Here is a list of useful apps. Miami-Dade Transit Tracker to get practical information on Miami's bus, train, and mover car system. Pay by phone, Park Mobile, Park Me Miami Beach, Spot Hero, or Parkwiz to find and book parking near your destination. Groupon for promo codes and saving alerts for nearby dining and other deals. TripAdvisor and Yelp for reviews of restaurants, hotels, museums, tours, etc. Uber or Lyft for getting around the city. Google Maps or Apple Maps for walking, public transportation, driving, etc. Google Maps also lets you download maps, which is a great option if you don't want to use roaming. Sit or Squat or Flush for finding public restrooms. Tap to find the nearest drinking water fountain or a refill station, and Wi-Fi Map or Wi-Fi Finder, which helps you find Wi-Fi throughout Miami. Check out our travel guide for links to download these apps on iOS and Android, and for more great Miami app suggestions. Number 3. Food and prices. You'll have plenty of dining options in Miami, from stylish 5-star restaurants to amazing street food places. We suggest using Yelp or TripAdvisor to find a nearby place with good reviews. In Miami, a meal from a food truck costs about $10, while an inexpensive restaurant meal costs about $15 on average. You can have a 3-course meal for 2 at a mid-range restaurant for around $65. A burger can be as cheap as $4 at a fast food joint or as expensive as $20 at a mid-range restaurant. As for drinks, a coffee costs between $1.50 and $5, a bottle of soda about $2, beer from $5 to $8, and a happy hour drink special from $5. You can get a pastelito, a traditional Cuban pastry, for under $1. There are several great cheap eats in Miami. Check out our travel guide for a list of the best inexpensive dining places. Finally, you can choose to buy food and drinks at a local grocery store or fresh fruits at a farmer's market to hold down the costs. Use Google Maps or similar app to locate a store or market near you. Number 2. City passes and guided tours. You can choose from all-inclusive, pick your attractions, or build your own passes. With all-inclusive passes like the Miami Sightseeing Day Pass, and Go Miami all-inclusive card, you can visit an unlimited number of attractions for 1, 2, 3 or 5 days. You'll also get to skip the line at certain locations. See our travel guide for current prices and links. Another great way to discover different neighborhoods in Miami are walking tours, organized by professional guides who know a great deal about the city's rich history and culture. See our travel guide for links to websites and other interesting tours. Number 1. Best free views of the city. You can enjoy several amazing views of Miami from one of the following locations completely free of charge. Ride a free metro over, promenade Miami River, or on the opposite side on Miami River walk Bayfront Park, Brickell Key, Bayside Marketplace, on top of the MacArthur Causeway, and South Point Park and Pier. Check our travel guide for more places with amazing free and paid views of the city and maps, links, opening hours and other information that will help make your trip to Miami stress-free.